Ground ball, we'll have a push though.
Vernon sort of changed their zone up from the first half a little bit, where they were just allowing Eric Laney and Zach Everding in the back to move the ball, and now Harry's got some pressure going in the back at X when it gets there.
We'll see if that change helps the Vikings. Keller, nice move. And another nice dodge. He shoots and a save by Nix. Kevin Nix having a strong game in the net for the Vikings. We'll have a whistle. Got a slash on the Vikings. So Vernon will be, Sparta will be a man up. It's 7:52 left, so it's 6:52. They have that minute unless they score. Pat, how much do you coaches spend on special teams play during practice? I'm sure quite a lot because the amount of penalties you see in lacrosse.
Sure, it's a huge part of the game. If you can come up with, man-up opportunities and capitalize on them. I mean, you're 6-on-5 here, so if you can get really good at that, it gives you a huge advantage in games.
Sullivan thought about it. The slide comes over. That's going to allow Levecki to shoot, and another save by Nix.
Kevin Nix is playing outstanding today.
And the ball will bounce up to Joey Canal, who's done a nice job as the long pole midi today. And did he step out of bounds, or Vernon call a timeout? Let's see what's called here.
Inadvertent whistle. Timeout, Vernon.
There was a whistle. Todd Dennett is going to come over and speak with the official.
It's probably just Sparta's assistant coach there, screwing things up.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know. He's goofy looking though.
Brian Brennan, the outstanding boys basketball coach here at Sparta. Another great year.
Average.
Well, not as good as the former Sparta lacrosse coach.
I agree with that.
So we'll run with that. I tell Brian exactly the same. It's a difference, Brian, you're the good-looking one, and you know everything about sports. That other guy.
You're a smart man, Dan.
Well, you got to keep the Brennans happy. Here's Vernon on the attack. There's so many of you guys, I got to keep you all happy. So Vernon has it. So we're not so sure what that whistle was, Pat.
Might have just been an inadvertent whistle, and then they just go to the alternate possession there. And Vernon probably had the alternate possession at the start of the game, so they were awarded the ball.
So Vernon will have it. 6:35 left. This is Maybe. And we'll have a cross check here on John Push. This is Mills. And an injury as Ryan Maybe's going to hobble off for the Vikings, number 19.
Mm-hmm.
(8-4) our score. Vernon with the lead. Quickly want to thank our sponsors. It'll be a 30-second penalty. Selective Insurance in Branchville, Thor Labs in Newton, Weiss Markets on Route 23 in Franklin and 206 in Newton, DeBoer's Auto, Route 23 in Hamburg, and Skyview Orthopedic Associates, Dr. John Vitolo on Route 15 in Sparta. Thank you so much for getting the games back of the week on the air here on Channel 10 and Muggs Media. Ball pops loose. Who has it? And it will be Reagan Penner behind the net. Biango, good ride here with Kasler. There's already been one failure to advance call. And Eric Nard, nicely done. He gets across. He'll pick it back up on the hop. He takes another shot. Ball takes a good Sparta roll, but Everding cannot get there. And Vernon will get it back. With about 5:40 left here in the third quarter. Shane Henderson. Let me ask you a two-pronged question, Pat. What is Vernon doing well, and then what does Sparta need to do to get back in this?
Vernon is, they're making plays, drawing and dumping, and they're doing a nice job of attacking Sparta's long sticks, where Sparta is, if you notice, they're flying way out and pressuring them, and that's giving, if you do that, you open yourself up to, just getting run by, and right now Vernon's doing a nice job of running by And then when they do, they're drawing a slide from Sparta. And once that slide's coming, Vernon's dumping to the open man, and they're just having dunks, slam dunks inside on Reagan Penner. And Sparta really has got to, they got to limit that. They got to, I would keep from pressuring to the outside because you're getting beat a little bit too much on that. And, and you're not, good with your second slide yet.
Vernon, man up. Mills winds up, and he scores. So Vernon takes advantage of the penalty.
Yeah, it's draw and dump, and that's what's hurting Sparta right now. Anthony Bianco's having a heck of a game, and that's who's been killing him. He's been driving by the long poles. He's drawing a slide, and he's dumping the ball to the open guy. That time it's Mills again with another rip, and now you get to a 9-4 advantage here for Vernon, and this is Sparta's really got to maintain possession here, and they got to get one.
So a big face-off here puts a lot of pressure on Will McHugh at face-off X. He's got to supply some big wins here for Sparta to cut into this 5-goal deficit. Biggest lead of the day for the Vikings. Will McHugh do it again? And the Spartans will pick it up. This is Keller, unsettled. Shot and a save by Nix. Keller on the rebound. Another shot and he scores.
Will McHugh with the face-off win, that's key. And, Tommy Keller coming up with the ball. See, this is a lacrosse game where you can have a quick goal like that and it completely changes things. So that was very big for Sparta. If they can come up with another face-off now, you still have tons of time where you can be patient. Just as long as they're not going to make mistakes moving the ball around, I think they'll be good.
And Kevin Nix made a great save on the initial shot. But the rebound, Tommy Keller was right there and knocked it home. So 9-5 our score. Another key face-off here. Mills and McHugh, and it's Mills. You pointed it out, Pat. He's having a fantastic game. A little unsettled here. Cummings, but he'll take a shot from Kaplan, and the ball will turn over. And no shocker there. Will McHugh comes out with the ball. Canal all over him.
Wow.
And a nice job by Joey Canal.
That's some speed there. Will McHugh is a fast kid, and he caught up to him.
As we said, Canal, an outstanding soccer player for John Ryan.
It's a good timeout there by Coach Pavona.
Things are getting a little helter-skelter with 4:34 left.
Yeah, important to have a possession right here for Sparta. That's why you want to take this. Even though there's a lot of time left, you want to take that just to make sure you do.
Not to bring up bad memories again, Pat.
Here we go.
That game up at Vernon when you guys trailed, I believe it was 7 or 8-1.
8-1, yep.
And Tyler Stenetz went crazy and scored a bunch of goals and tied it up. This game sort of has a maybe similar feel to it. I mean, Vernon had the 5-goal lead, now 4. We'll see if the Spartans have it in them to make this big comeback.
Well, you're going to start seeing the game, I think, get a lot more intense, especially in these next 4 minutes where, they're going to get after it. And this is a sort of make or break time for these teams. If Vernon can hold off any Sparta run by the end of this quarter and maybe even pop one in themselves, they can really kind of cruise, for the fourth quarter. And Sparta gets one here. Now the pressure is going to be amped up. And, it could make for a great finish.
Absolutely, and that was a great finish to that game. Not so much for Sparta and you, Pat, but just as a fan, it was a great finish. An overtime win 2 years ago up at Vernon.
Yeah.
So 9-5 our score, 4:34 left here in the third quarter. A good Riz Division battle. Sparta on the possession. Good timeout called by Chris Pavona, second-year coach, former outstanding player at Blair. So Colin Sullivan will start this Sparta possession.
You see Sparta go to 2 men on the crease now and a more of a 1-4 look. They had 1 on the crease with 2 in the back before.
Tommy Keller swings it back over to Levecki. Tommy Higginson on him. Levecki sends it back. As Pat Brennan has pointed out all game, Vernon really bunching up that zone, not allowing too much action in the crease area. There's a good stick check. And getting a big win there is TJ Cummings for the moment from Vernon, but Paul Smith will come back and get it. Sparta will settle down. 3:50 left here in the third quarter. Levecki's got room. As Pat said, he can shoot well on the run. He's going to take one, and it'll go wide. We'll stay here with the Spartans. This is Sullivan. He winds up stopped right away. Good defense there by the Vikings. Brandon Piero. So we'll stay here with Sparta.
Vernon's long poles have played very well all game.
Piero, Wigard, and Henderson back there. Joey Canal, the fourth defender. And you had one of the best midfielder long pole guys in Reinhauer. That kid could start your attack.
He was a ground ball machine.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
This is Sullivan. And we were talking before about Spartans playing on the next level. You was telling me Kyle Etrimadea is playing on the next level.
Yeah, he's down at Christopher Newport University down in Virginia.
Francisco to rocket and a goal.
Looked like it caught a deflection there. Sparta will take that in a heartbeat, though.
So the freshman with 2 goals today. And it's 9-6 Vernon with 3:04 left here in the quarter. So Will McHugh will head back to X. He'll go against Brian Mills, who's had a great game today, as we said, just a junior.
Win by McHugh.
Good win there, exactly right by McHugh. Keeps possession. Sparta on the run here. Keller with a shot, and another nice save by Nix. This allows Vernon, to go the other way. Canal, he's got Biango to his right. There's Biango. Great look inside to Kasler, and a save by Penner.
Wow.
What a save by Reagan Penner. I don't even know if he knew he stopped that, Pat.
Here we go again, though.
This is Piero. Vernon trying to get something going in the unsettled attack. Will the ball stay in? And it is on the line, and it will be a turnover.
I think Vernon's got to be careful. I don't think they want to get in a running match up and down because they've been so good in that zone and packing it in. I'd almost sit in that all game and not even worry about it. They just got to make sure they maintain defensive balance and get guys back to stop Sparta breaking, especially in the face-off.
Well, what a little sequence there. Reagan Penner coming up with a huge save.
Wow.
Vecchi, good catch. Opportunity here. Smith doesn't get through. Rebounds there for the Spartans. Pops up again. Shane Henderson breaking that up. But Smith takes it. He shoots and scores. What a job by Paul Smith.
Vernon got caught a little bit with a bad bounce. They tried to jump at the midfield line, riding again, and they did a good job. The ball just popped into Jack Levecki's stick, and the next thing you know, Sparta's got a goal the other way.
What a turnaround. Vernon had an opportunity on the doorstep about 30 seconds ago. Could have made it 10-6, and Sparta comes right back. And the Sparta mini comeback thanks to Will McHugh at the face-off X.
Yeah, he's done a great job in the last couple of face-offs here.
Sparta trailed by as many as 5 in this quarter, 9-4. Keller will come over and get that. Good job by Canal to knock that out to slow down the Sparta attack. So that's where Sparta's at its best, when they're able to go in transition. Sparta will swing it back up to Levecki. This is Sullivan, 1:35 left here in the third. Sullivan on the move, high with the shot.
Yeah, Colin had a little bit of a lane there to go down. I bet you won't see Vernon give him that anymore.
Levecki's got some room here. Canal will come up and try to disrupt him. This is Sullivan again. Laney at X works it over. There's a shot on the bounce taken by Keller. So 1:17 left here in the third quarter. Sparta trying to make this a 1-goal lead game. They trail 9-7. This is Laney. Back up top to Sullivan. And you can really see how packed in that zone is now, Pat.
Yep.
They're not going to allow anyone to attack the crease.
Well, they've been playing well like this the whole game. They just are in trouble with the penalties and in transition. So
they were challenging before. Rourke will come out a little bit, but they're pretty happy to keep them pushed out now.
Keep them to the outside.
45 seconds left. Sullivan trying to create some room here. He looks inside at it. penalty right there on Mills. But Sparta still has it. Laney sends it back up top. Francisco can't handle it, but the whistle will stop play. So Sparta will be a man up here in the final 33 seconds.
This is a big opportunity for Sparta. If they get one here, you go in at one point, down 9-4, looking at the game's over to, if they get one here, you're 9-8 going into the fourth quarter. That breathes new life into them, and it's also deflating Vernon a little bit. So Vernon's got to get a stop here and try to hold Sparta off to take this 2-goal lead in the fourth quarter.
Same strategy, Pat, as before. Get your first best shot. If you have nothing, hold on to it for the final 10?
Yeah, I think definitely now, especially you're only down 2 goals and you've been playing well. You don't want to force it here and give up this possession. But you still want to try to score, which looks like they're trying to do here.
Sullivan with a shot save on the rebound. Smith goes wide. 14 seconds, and we'll have a crease violation.
You'll probably look and see Sparta ride way up here to try to force that ball on the ground to at least get a face-off at the start of the next period. Because Vernon will start with it too if they keep it.
So Mills has 13 seconds left. He gets it over to Joey Canal. 9 seconds. Good stick check from behind by Renard.
By Eric Reinhardt, that was a great check. Did he get a timeout? No.
Nope, no timeout call.
If you're Sparta now, you want to run away.
Absolutely.
Don't pass, just run the other way.
4 seconds left. This is Smith, and Smith will run away. And the buzzer will sound. So after 3 quarters of play here at Sparta High School, it's the Vernon Vikings 9, the Sparta Spartans 7. We'll have fourth quarter action right after these messages on Channel 10.
This game of the week is proudly sponsored by DeBoer's Auto, Route 23 in Hamburg. For all your auto repair needs, from an oil change with quality Valvoline oil to a complete tune-up. Need tires? DeBoer's is a Continental tire dealer. Also, check out the great pre-owned inventory at DeBoer'sAuto.com. DeBoer's Auto, 83 Route 23 in Hamburg.
Wait, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh.
There's something else.
Now can we leave?
Not yet. Now we can go.
Finally.
Never drive distracted, especially when you're a new driver. Selective response is everything.
You're looking at an American hero. In less than an hour, she'll be serving everyone in her family a freshly made gourmet dinner. All she has to do is come to the store.
Go, Mom!
You'd be surprised who has more ways to fill a platter than anyone in town. Shh, quiet, quiet, here she comes.
Thor Labs, a world leader in the design and manufacturing of photonics equipment, is an integral part of Sussex County. We design and manufacture our products in our 6 locations in and around Newton, and our over 400 employees have a diverse set of skills, backgrounds, and interests. We are looking for energetic people that have the desire to contribute to Thor Lab's success. Already this year, we have hired people for sales, tech support, accounting, assembly, engineering, administration, and more. In addition to driving the success of Thor Labs, our employees are active members of the community. We participate in local events that support the arts, education, sports, and health. Are you the right person for our next job opening? Visit thorlabs.com to submit your resume.
The Homestead Rest on Route 94 in Sparta announces their world-famous 2-pound burger. If you eat the whole thing, you get a Homestead t-shirt. The Homestead Rest makes their own special pizza with a thin crust. The Homestead Rest now offers off-site catering. They bring the barbecue pit to you, anything from a pig roast to a classic barbecue. The Homestead Rest has a party room for your special event. The Homestead Rest has the biggest steaks in the area. The Homestead Rest has a full-service bar with plasma TVs. Come home to the Homestead, Route 94 in Sparta. 383-4914.
Skyview Orthopedic. The Office of John Vitolo, MD, is pleased to support our athletes and local sports coverage. With over 25 years of experience, Dr. Vitolo is your choice for any orthopedic injuries. Dr. Vitolo holds dual board certification in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine and specializes in disorders of the shoulder and knee. The office is focused on providing state-of-the-art individualized patient care. Skyview Orthopedic. The excellence you demand, the compassion you deserve. For more information, visit us at skyvieworthopedic.com, find us on Facebook, or call 973-300-1553.
And welcome back to Sparta High School. Exciting third quarter. Sparta cutting their deficit to 2 goals. They trail Vernon 9-7 in this RIS Division matchup. As Sparta has the ball. And quickly want to thank our sponsors. Selective Insurance in Branchville, where response is everything. This is Skylar Francisco, gets it over Levecki. Sparta man up for a couple more seconds here. Selective Insurance in Branchville, Thor Labs in Newton, Weiss Markets in Franklin and Newton on Route 23 in Franklin, Route 206 in Newton. DeBoer's Auto, Route 23 in Hamburg. And also Dr. John Vitolo, Skyview Orthopedic Associates on Route 15. Here's a chance for the Spartans and a save by Kevin Nix. So Matt Wigger will chase that down. Good save there. Chance for an opportunity here for Skylar Francisco. The freshman read that perfectly. He comes in, he dumps it into the middle.
Great
no one
hustle
home.
back. There's Mills again getting back on defense. Defensive balance there and stopping that mini break by the Spartans.
Laney putting the pressure on. Yeah, we'll stay here with the Spartans. So an opportunity for Sparta early in this fourth period. They trail 9-7. We're about a minute and a half into this quarter. Skylar Francisco up top. We'll work it over to Levecki. Keller makes a move. This is Levecki with Hickinson on him. Levecki shoots, and he scores.
Vernon went back to the man-to-man, and you leave a short stick midfielder on Jack Levecki up in the top, and Jack has great speed. He just beats him to the right, and that's Jack's bread and butter right there. He drives to his right on a sweep, and he finishes in the bottom left corner. That was a great play.
We've seen Levecki score that goal many times here on Channel 10. He does it again today. And we have a 1-goal game. Vernon holding on to a 9-8 lead with 10-12 left here in the fourth quarter. Great game here on Muggs Media. So this is Mills and McHugh. And it's Will McHugh again as push will get it. Big win for the Spartans, an opportunity to tie this game up. They trail by 5 in the fourth quarter. And Pat, what did they do to get back into this one?
Will McHugh has been tremendous in the face-off circle in the second half. Sparta has had the ball bounce their way. They've come up with a couple opportunities, and they've had a chance to finish, and they did. And they were resilient. They could have been done at 9-4, and they haven't stopped. And because of that, it's good leadership by the seniors there. And once you get rolling with this, it becomes contagious once you start getting back into the game. And it just sometimes as a coach, you feel like if you're on the other end where the other team just is constantly scoring and you can't bury them, it's like, how do you stop this freight train? But on the other end, when you're coaching that team that's coming back, it's a lot of fun. And right now, Sparta is, they got the momentum. They're riding it, and we'll see what happens.
I'm sure Coach Harry Shortway from Vernon told his Vikings between periods, the Spartans are not going to go away, guys.
No.
Shane Henderson and Wigger back there, and Henderson will force the turnover.
Henderson's really had an outstanding game, too.
He's a real solid long pole back there, along with Wigger, who has the ball right now. He gets it up to Rourke. He's got Biango to his right as he goes to his left looking for Connor Sparta. Number 2 is checked in. And a great pickup there by Canal and a pass and a shot and a goal.
I'll tell you, Canal has had a tremendous game. In defensively, he's been awesome in the zone. In transition, been so fast and picking up the ball and getting after it. And I don't know who scored that. I think it was Biengo. Did Biengo score that again?
I believe it was Biengo or, yeah, I guess it looked like it was. I thought maybe it was number 20 for a second, but I didn't see number 20 in there, so it looked like Biengo, but what a great pass.
Yeah, it was. It was a great finish, too. And but Canal's had a tremendous game.
So McHugh again called upon to go to work at the
does.
face-off X. But Canal again. There's McHugh. If I'm not going to win the face-off, I'm going to go force a turnover.
And that's his style.
And Vernon does get it over. McHugh's there. It's like there's three of them out there, Pat. Every time I turn around, Will McHugh's near the ball. We'll have a penalty here.
I think a failure to advance by Vernon, failure to get it into the box. It might have been playing with the free hand call, actually.
There's a little pressure there.
Nice pass by John Push.
So big goal right here for Vernon, and Sparta trying to come back, and Nix makes the save. This is Higginson. He'll send it back to Wigard. And this is a big game for Sparta, not because of the rivalry game, but they want to have a chance in this Riz division. Picking up a second loss will not help their
Make it
cause.
tough, yeah.
They still have to play Glen Rock and Montville.
Yeah, they control their own destiny in that regard.
They also have to play DePaul, that dangerous team. They have next week. They have DePaul, then they got Montville, then they got Glen Rock. That's a tough three-game stretch.
Yes, it is. That's
So-
that's the toughest stretch on their schedule.
They need to pick it up if they want to have a chance in this division. Long clear here. And that will go out of bounds. So Vernon will get it back with 7:08 remaining. Well, what a goal that Vernon goal was. A great passing, Canal setting it all up.
Canal does a nice job reading into the plays. He anticipates things very well. Even when Sparta's trying to clear it up to an attack, when he's done a nice job stepping up and pressuring their attack, and even in the zone, he's able to anticipate where they're going. And that last goal was his anticipation, jumping into the play and coming up with the ball.
This is Rourke, pushed out.
It seems like Rourke has been running around with the ball all game long, too. It's like he's had the ball when Sparta's been doubling. And
Good defense there by the Spartans. I believe that was Kennedy. And Push
nice
is going to
play.
come out. Good stick check from behind. That was Travis Pappas, number 26. But Sparta's going to come out with it.
Is that Eric Reinhardt?
Yep, and
Yeah,
we
and
have
he
a
drawn
flag.
a flag.
So Sparta has a chance here.
Little bull dodge.
A little unsettled. Smith. And that'll go off Wigard, and the play will stop. But Sparta will be a man up with 6:23 left. They trail 10-8, which has been a real good game here on Channel 10. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Cleary, along with former Sparta coach Pat Brennan. As we get the penalty call, it will be a 1 minute slash. So Sparta opportunity here to cut into that 2-goal deficit. And when you're behind like 5 goals, if you're able to get that comeback, it just takes so much out of you too.
Yeah, absolutely. If you win, it's fine. If
Right.
you lose, then you don't sleep, you know. Henderson
forcing the issue up top with Levecki. And I think Harry heeded your advice by putting a long pole on Levecki. Canal comes back. He's on him.
Yeah.
Sparta will start from behind at X. Good defense there by Wigard to break that up. And Wigard with a big play there as Brandon Piero, the junior, will send it back to Nix, and they'll get it back to Wigard. As we have 5:40 left here in the fourth quarter. This is Mills. Connor Sparta. Mills. He has Rourke in front of him, but he's going to bring it back up top. Swing it over. Travis Pappas, number 26, who's in there. Ball pops loose. Mills will come back and get it. So we're closing in on the 5-minute mark. So right now, at the clock on Vernon's side, great catch by Pappas. That would have been a turnover there because that was not a shot. So Vernon's luck's going to run out here, but we'll have a push and we'll stay here with the Vikings. No, Pat, that might have been Pappas that scored that goal.
Yeah, it might
too.
have been. Just watching the way he threw and caught right there, I'm thinking it was.
We'll check on that. 10-8 our score, 4:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Vernon with the 2-goal lead and possession. R.J. Brown riding on Chris Rourke. Rourke still has it. Draws a crowd, sends it back up. Mills winds up. And we'll stay here with the Vikings. Good catch there by Rourke. We approach the 4-minute warning here.
Vernon's going to be pretty content to take their time, and if they don't get a really good chance, I think you'll see them kind of sit on this ball until the 2-minute mark.
No stall warning yet. Vernon has made an effort to get towards the goal and pass the ball around. It's Biango.
There's a keep it in.
3:40 left. Sparta has not given up double-digit goals until since their opening day loss to Milburn. So not a good sign for the Spartans there, but they get the turnover. They lost it